I'm Mafe, and welcome to Moms Know Best show. And this is a weekly dose of stories and incredible experiences that can inspire and motivate everyone and your lives. So to start with this episode, as you can see, my beautiful BFF is right next to me, my amazing co-host, Yona. Hi.
Hello, BFF. Thank you, Mafe. Magandang hapon to everyone joining us here on Facebook and on Kumu. Hello, hello. Yes, I am Yona, and I am Mafe's BFF. I'm here today.
Yona, how many Vinos have you had?
I know, it's one of those days.
It's all right. Well, exactly. It's one of those days because we are, as you can tell, we are moms. If you don't know that yet, yes, we are moms because I just told you and I'm wearing my breastfeeding dress and I don't breastfeed anymore, but I just love it. And we're also, of course, we have our husbands that we take care of. We take care of our brothers because we both are only daughters in our families, and we have amazing friends around us. We're business owners, and we do all sorts of many things for our kids, families, our friends, our support units, and of course the community, because that's our favorite. And with all that we do, all the hats that we wear, we do need that extra support. And it's only very courageous for us to ask for help from others. And that is the reason why we created this platform, to share a weekly dose of motivation and inspiration on those who need it most.
Yes.
Us.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That's right, Mafe. So really to inspire our viewers, we share beautiful real life experiences from real people with exceptional stories to inspire people in whatever industry that they are in. So for today's episode, this is really fun, Mafe. We'll be joined by a superwoman who found her calling for kids to gain independence and success, which is really through nature and play. Love it. Now, she's created Forest School Philippines that teaches kids independence through nature, walks where kids can freely observe nature, meet with other kids, and be themselves. Kids can trust their instincts, elevate their social skills, become more confident, be physically active, of course, and be more independent through solitary play as well. So it's really exciting.
Love it, love it. So to get to know more about this incredible woman, let's all welcome this very special guest, Sharon Shawi Cortez. Or Shawi.
Hello,
Hi.
Hi.
Shawi, yes. Hi, Shawi, welcome.
Hi, Mafe, Yona, and the viewers of Moms Know Best. Magandang hapon.
Yes, we're so happy to have you here at Moms Know Best, Shawi. How are you? How's everything?
That question is like a Miss Universe question because, it's so difficult to answer. I mean, what am I going to tell you, that we're fixing my roof, or that it's getting colder here in Tagaytay and that it's raining?
Wow.
But yeah, today is good. Before tuning in here, I was in a conference attending like a family enterprise. So yeah. That's something different.
Yeah, that is something different. That's not the kind of answer I was expecting, but that's good. Also, well, I'm glad that it's getting cooler there in Tagaytay. It's definitely getting cooler here. So hopefully, Mafe, you're in air conditioning so that you can be cooled down as well. Because I heard it's pretty hot. I heard it's pretty hot. So anyway,
yes, it is.
Can you share a little background about yourself, shall we? Maybe, your vision or your dreams, perhaps?
Another one of those. All right. Vision, mission. So I started helping out with a family business. So we have cable TV, and we provide cable TV and internet to several towns in Ilocos Sur, so the northern part of the Philippines, in Cavite. So while in the family business, I had moments when I wanted to resign. That's because I felt like I was, a round peg in a square hole.
Oh,
So I
right. Yeah.
felt like I didn't belong. So my
Mhm.
involvement in the family business was, it's very typical mom and pop mindset or thinking that, well, you're family, so you have to help because,
Yeah.
eventually the business will be passed on to you. So I
Yep.
was in that
Mhm.
position, but really deep inside, I was not happy, and I didn't feel like it was significant or it had meaning. That so then I searched, and because I was like thinking, oh no, I don't want to die not fulfilling my purpose or my
Mhm.
calling, because I
Yep.
really felt out of place. So that's
Mhm.
when I began to search, 2015, I think. And three things always came up: nature or the outdoors, education, and children. And then,
Wow.
so I was thinking, so how am I going to marry these three things?
Yeah.
And then I saw a post in a video on Facebook showing how they do forest kindergarten in Germany. And when I saw that, it's like everything just, came together. I was like, this is the answer. I think
Yeah.
this is the thing that I'm gonna do, because it marries, nature education, children. Um, and so I was like, okay, this is it. I think this is my calling. This is my purpose. So that's when I began to search for trainings here in the Philippines. Unfortunately, I didn't find one. I told some of my friends about it, and they mentioned about Waldorf. So they said, "Oh,
Yeah.
Waldorf is something similar." And
True.
I searched again for training, and I found a training here in the Philippines. So I underwent training, but then eventually, I felt like it still doesn't sit well with me. I cannot fully embrace the Waldorf philosophy.
Okay.
So I said, no, I'm just going to go back to forest school. And I was saying, oh, okay, if I can find forest school, here in the Philippines, can you just lead me, God, anywhere, like even in Asia? So that's when I found Forest School Singapore. I sent them an email and
Oh,
asked if I can observe, even if for a few
Mhm.
days. Because, like, to me, I don't want to jump right away into something that I feel still pretty clueless. It's the
yeah.
video I saw is, how do I say, romantic, in the sense that, ooh, I like that. But what if I get into it and then later on discover that it's not really what I want? So I
Yeah.
went into like a 2-day observation in Singapore, and man, it was like, this is it. This is
This is
home.
it.
That's home
Wow.
for me. Yeah. So I asked the mentor where he got his training from, and then he said UK. I was like, no, I'm not yet ready to go to the UK.
Yeah.
But I still searched, and then I found that they are offering the course online.
Oh,
So I
perfect.
took an online course, and I got my certification last year in the middle of the pandemic. And
Amazing.
that's the history.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love that. And to think that you were able to do that during a pandemic too, like you're studying and getting your certification. That's amazing. That's really inspiring. I mean, like obviously that was something that you really felt in your heart that you really wanted to do. And I find that interesting as well when you said that you felt like a round peg in a square hole. And I think
Mm,
a lot of people say that in terms of how they see your family business as the example that what you've lived. I suppose like I'm going a little bit off my set of questions, but I want to just find out from
It's
you,
okay.
what how did you get that courage to do something different from the family business?
yeah, I've just had enough. I mean, I think for the past decade, I was telling my dad, I'm gonna resign. I'm gonna resign. I'm gonna resign. But I'm not
For a
really doing
decade, wow.
anything. Yeah, because I searched like my previous email. I as early as 2010, I was already reaching out to people who were working with children or who are in the education field or who are in the outdoors. But then, nothing was really coming up around that time. So I think even the timing was perfect, and even more so now, because after being cooped up, after being isolated, parents, families are now like searching for ways to get the
Get out.
kids outdoors.
Yeah, exactly. But
But
that's
I'm
why,
sorry, yeah,
yeah,
I didn't really answer your question, no.
that's okay. That's okay.
How did I find the courage? Yeah, it's just, I cannot, like I told you earlier, I don't want to die not living my purpose. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to leave somehow a legacy, or, that I really fulfilled that calling, that gift, that,
Yeah.
that's what I was made on earth for, if that
Oh,
makes
I
sense
love
to
it.
you.
No, 100%. I think the reason why I wanted to ask that is because, there are a lot of people who find themselves, like I mentioned, in that position, and so being able to share real life stories of people who were able to, like individuals like yourself, who were able to, overcome any fear, or really feeling so inspired and connected with their vision that they just did what it took to
Yeah.
to pursue it. And this is your story will inspire, and it does inspire, because that takes a lot of courage. It really does. And the fact that you are able to share that with us, and you're able to share your story so openly, I can guarantee it, there will be people that you've helped just from this conversation, because it's just that. And this is the reason why Marfa and I started this, is because to have these types of honest and open conversations with real individuals, because it's really through our conversations that we're able to, if it's just one person that we help, that's just amazing, right? And I'm sure you are helping so many families. And yeah, and I've just got carried away there. Sorry. Go ahead, Marfa.
No, just to
Thank
add to
you.
what Yona was sharing, I'm very passionate about the youth, and
Mm,
you help children, our
exactly.
leaders of today or even the future. So having said that, when you share your tools or the knowledge that you share with them, how do you bring that back to you? How do you apply those things that you share with the kids to yourself as a woman, a coach? Of course, you're also taking care of your own family. So how does that apply to you?
I'm not sure I get your question. Can you rephrase it?
So
So
everything that you teach the kids, building
Mm,
confidence,
yeah.
and all that. How do you build your own confidence? Just being also at service for others. If that does that make it easier?
Mm. Okay. So when we do forest school, there are like certain outcomes that we expect. So there's confidence, independence, resilience, creativity. And so those qualities, how does that make me confident? How does that make me resilient, independent, creative? Okay, probably the best way to answer that for me is how. So, for example, the resilient part. So, we know that resilience means being able to stand up onto your feet again after
yeah.
experiencing, I don't know, a crisis or a calamity. Similar thing happened to forest school. So although I mentioned to you that my certification, I got it this year, but in 2019 I was already running sessions as part of my requirements, qualification. So I was already offering this service to students, to families. And then January, I was so excited. Yay, this is going to be my year. I'm going to open 3 branches of forest school in the Philippines. That's how excited I was. But January, Taal volcano erupted, and the area where we do our sessions is, affected. So I had to close the sessions. And then when we were ready to start again, COVID happened. So March. And so the entire year was practically all my plans, nothing, nada. And so I was like, okay, how am I gonna practice this resilience? And at this point, I somehow pivoted the business because forest school it's really being out there, and I cannot do virtual. I mean, I do not. It will be against forest school if I offer like a virtual session to the kids. So that was me practicing resilience, trying to think, how am I gonna offer this, or how am I gonna offer forest school session to families? That's when I came up with the group coaching program, which, by the way, I took under Martin.
Yes.
So that's pivoting the business in that sense, because my mindset that time was, okay, if I cannot have the kids come to me on a face-to-face session, how about I teach parents, I teach families, so that because there's still fear among parents, like, no, I don't want to go outside. No, I don't want to expose my kids to other people. But what if they do it as a family? So that was me thinking, okay, I'm just gonna train the parents so that anytime they feel safe to go outside, to take the kids with them out in nature, then they be equipped, even as like a mini forest school leader, even if it means that they're just applying the principles to their kids, even if they just have one kid. So that's an example of resilience, teaching it to kids, and it somehow coming back to me, or me applying the principle.
I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Okay,
that's real resilience right there, right, Mafe?
So with everything you shared, how do you balance it all? Your personal life, work, and your business.
Well, the good thing with the business, like the family business, is I have a robust team here in Tagaytay. So I have like an assistant, I have an office manager, and she has an assistant. So I'm practically like 5% present, because everything has been delegated to them. And I guess that's one of the things that prepared me to really dive deep into focusing my attention to forest school. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this as my life mission, my life work, then I'd have to find someone to replace me doing the job I'm doing for the family business now. And also that, I think that time frame, 4 years, 3 years, until I found a good team. So that one's taken care of. Personal life, well, I'm not a mom. I don't have kids or a husband to take care of. It's just me. So pretty much 90% of the time, I'm just focusing it on forest school, but as a solopreneur at this point.
Yeah. So as in, on top of that question from Afe, so are you ensuring that you're practicing like your own self-love? Because, you're also juggling a few things, and you are worrying a lot about other people. But what about for yourself? How do you balance it for yourself?
For self-love, right now I'm trying to eat healthy.
Oh, nice.
Massage for self-care. I haven't had time to do it yet. Exercise. I feel like when I go to nature walks with the kids, that's my form of exercise. And it's really just a lot of quiet time, meditation. I heard one coach mention that if your self-love doesn't lead you to community, meaning if it doesn't, how do I say it? If you're, doing all this self-love routine, but you're not, it doesn't translate to caring for the community or to other people, then your self-love, you have to change it. So does that make sense?
Yeah, no. I mean, I just wanted to make sure because you mentioned briefly that you didn't have kids or a partner. So, but I just because you don't have that, it doesn't mean you're not allowed to have that self-care and self-love. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to make sure you're also balancing that for you too.
Thank you for asking.
Of course. But yeah,
So going back, going back to your business. I mean, I know there's a lot of women out there that want to pursue business. Is there something that through your journey, was there anything that surprised you, perhaps, and something that you learned during your journey with building your business?
Okay, are you referring to Forest School at its infancy? Probably I can share more
just
about
being
that.
you can share that, or even just a woman entrepreneur also.
It's really having a good team behind you, especially if you're the one leading. If you're the one leading, even if it's just a department. So it's important that you have a good team. But prior that, I think it's important to get your feet wet. I mean, you can't be a leader, I think, if you do not know the ropes of your business. So, like to me, even if the nitty gritty at this stage of the business is too much, taxing for me, especially for like the customer service, because I told you, like, I'm a solopreneur for Forest School at the moment. So everything, the finance, the admin, the going out, I do all of those things myself. And like the customer service part, answering all the inquiries, sometimes it's too tiring for me. But like I think for that part, being able to know how these things happen, then if I get an assistant in the future, I'd know which tasks to delegate.
Yeah.
So I guess that it also leads to another tip wherein, if you're in a business, do something that you love, that you're passionate about. I know it's somehow cliche, the passion thing.
That's true.
But it's important because sometimes we get not demoralized, discouraged probably is a better term for that.
Disheartened.
Yeah, because when you're a business owner, not everything is a walk in the park. There will be times that there will be times that you'll be, at your lowest moment. But if you have that why, if that's very clear to you at the beginning, then I think that will push you, that will drive you to really, keep on going. That will motivate you to keep on going. So
100%. Yeah, totally agree. I love that. I think and I think from one business owner to another, as you're growing your business, one of the things that you should also do, because you mentioned a few things in terms of delegation, because you're going through that process now, I'm with my background, I can tell you now, if you are able to create those processes, start documenting them already, because like you said, once you grow your team, you'll then have those documents that you're able to share with them. I just thought I'd let you know now, because like we're in that conversation, but it's always good to know, because like you said, you're getting your feet wet, so it's good for you to be able to just to to know already, okay, this is what I can delegate, write it all down already, even if it's just rough. It doesn't have to be a fancy standard operating procedure. It doesn't have to be anything like that, but at least if it's rough. But yeah, that just a business owner to business owner tip.
Thank you. Process, right?
Sure.
Process, because I love process.
And being
Oh my God.
resourceful, right?
Correct. Correct.
Because there's so many people out there that are somewhat freelancing, but at the same time, these freelancers become loyal to business owners because of the trust. So, having said that, also, Shawi, I mean, what would be your biggest advice to people in general that want to pursue the same business as you?
Who want to pursue forest school, I guess, same business. So first of all, I think it's going back to the passion, going back to the passion theme. I think for those who want to go into the forest school business, you really have to love the outdoors, because it's outdoors. Even if it rains, it's outdoors. So you have to have this kind of just love for nature. You don't feel icky holding the soil or inspecting bugs or critters or whatever. You have to love children. I think it's a special skill to love kids, because I think probably patient with kids. That's another factor. And just having the desire that even if you're outdoors, even if the kids are playing, that they are learning something. You recognize that there's learning that happens even if they play. And I guess another skill that's important there will be the urge to step back. So forest school is more like observe the kids, let the children take charge of their learning. So if you're familiar with Montessori, they have the concept of follow the child. So it's similar to that, wherein you allow the kids to, what are you interested in now? Butterfly? Okay. Let's go search for butterflies. Are you interested in throwing stones? Okay, throw stones. So it's just respecting the child and recognizing that the child is capable, and his processing you're allowing the child to construct his own knowledge. So we're not teachers as forest school leaders, we're facilitators or coaches. So if you love reflecting, if you're more on the quiet side rather than bam 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 teach, then I think forest school forest school is a good fit for you. So just having the passion on those three things: nature, outdoors, children, and education.
I love that. I think that's so cool. It's definitely different, because a lot of people, they do focus on indoor. And so seeing something that it's outdoor and literal forest, the school is in the forest. So it's like you can't get any more outdoor than that. It's completely different. It's absolutely different. And I love it. And it's child-led learning. And it's definitely gives our children that independence to be able to be who they were born to be, as opposed to us telling them. But with all of this, what is next for you, Shawi?
Okay. Well, so I told you, like 2020, I was like, oh, come on, 3 branches. And nothing happened 2020. And then in 2021, I just copy pasted my goals. Copy paste 2020, 2021, same. But then even this year, I also experienced delay, in the sense that I was ready to open, but then I had to look for a new location. So the new property owner I found, I thought they were like ready to start anytime soon. but they gave me like a month delay. So I was like, okay, delay again. So like for me, the theme became, instead of reaching for the 3 branches for 2021, I was like, okay, take it slow. There's a quote that I remember by Lao Tzu. He says, nature does not hurry, but everything is accomplished. So I was like, okay, don't hurry, Shawi.
Yeah.
All will be accomplished. So if the 3 branches happens this year, then yay. If not, then I'm still okay with that.
Yeah. I think that's what's important, right? I think because a lot of the times people they get disappointed, and I think it's not because other people are. I think there's really not that many people who'll go, "Oh, you're such a failure." In actual fact, it's our expectation of ourselves. So like you've told us that your goal is to open up three branches. But if you don't, there is no way Marfe and I would ever think that you failed. You know what I mean? But it would be their own individual person. So I'm glad that you did say that even if you don't, you're still going to celebrate, because at the end of the day, what's important is the journey and the fact that you've tried. And I think that's something that we should always remind ourselves. And what should we do to keep in contact with you? What do we follow? Do you have anything that you want to promote or anything like that, Shawi?
Yeah, so it's easy to find me on Instagram and on Facebook, Forest School PH. As simple as that.
Yeah.
As to the offerings, so if you're in Metro Manila or Cavite, Calabarzon area, so the nature walks are happening every Wednesday. Send me a private message or a direct message, then I'll send you the links for the details. I'm actually happy now because I thought I was gonna close Cavite, but then 2 other people open up their properties so that I can continue the sessions. So
amazing. Yay. So can you just share with us what this what this walk is? What is that people can join?
Sorry, I think my internet got cut off. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. No, I was just wondering what is it that you're offering on Wednesdays? Can you share a little bit more about it so that our viewers can know more? And it sounds like maybe Marfe might sign up.
Yeah, I'm just looking at your social media. It looks so much fun.
Yeah. So nature walks are just like a trial session for what really happens in a long-term forest school session. So the parents are invited so they can witness. And so the location is in Indang, Cavite. So we go to a mini forest that has a stream and kids can wade in the water. And it's just it's not manicured at all. So you're somehow it's a mini forest so that the kids can experience what a forest looks like. There are butterflies, dragonflies, and flowers, palms. So everything is there. The session is 2 hours and it's child-led. So anything that the child might take interest in during the session, then we take time to stop. So if they like to wade in the water, then we do that for a few minutes. Or if they want to go trek to a mini cave also, then we go do that. So that's pretty much it. It's a very simple exposure to nature. And I think most families are really there just to take a breather.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds amazing. If I was there, I'd sign up. Go, Marfe, go for and represent both of us.
I have so many questions, especially during this time, Shawi. How many people can actually be part of the session?
So I'm
Um,
limiting, yeah,
yeah.
I'm limiting the kids to 4 only. But
Okay.
Wednesdays, even if there are 2 kids, then we give it a go.
Okay.
Oh,
So
that's
you'll be
beautiful.
Sulit with my family because we're a family of 8. I have 6
Oh,
children. So we would love to just hire the whole entire thing for one
yeah.
day. Because
Go
we
on a
definitely need that.
weekday.
Yarna and I grew up like this,
Yeah.
and I do recommend everyone out there who's listening, especially in the Philippines, to sign up to forest school and, and be in touch with nature because this is the time to be grounded. And why not start your kids early on
Yeah.
understanding why they should respect nature and love nature at the same time. So
Yeah.
so much respect for you for for even bringing this here in the Philippines
Yeah.
because I will be an avid ambassador for you just for
Oh,
free
thank
because I love this.
you.
I love what you're doing. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Seriously. Yeah, I think it's just what you said, Mafe. I think right now as well, like to be able to promote the whole
Yeah.
respecting nature. Because really, at the
Hmm.
end of the day, how we respect nature is how nature's going to be treating us in the future. So, oh
Yes.
gosh, I can't wait to see the photos. I'm sure Mafe will find the time one day to be able to go there because, yeah, definitely saw it with a family of 8, shall we?
Yeah. For sure.
Um,
Don't worry, Anna. We'll have a Kumu Plantita episode
Oh my
and I'll
gosh,
show it to
I would
you.
love that. Yeah, and then when
And
I'm
I'll
there,
have Shawi say hi to Yana.
and when we're
Yeah, when
there,
you're
like
there, we gotta go.
yeah,
Gotta go
100%.
together.
I'll bring the kids as well, and you'll have like all of us there. But yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much, Shawi, for your time today. Thank you for the opportunity to share this, and it's really beautiful what you're doing, and I think
Mm-hmm.
the Philippines is beautiful. Filled with beautiful people, so why not combine that? And I just love that you've done that. So it's really, we're
Yes.
super excited for you. We're rooting for you. We're cheering you on. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll keep in touch for sure.
thank you so
Yes.
much.
Of
Thank you for
course.
joining us.
Thank you. Bye
Another great episode,
bye.
Yerna. I
How
love Forest School PH,
amazing.
guys.
How good, right?
Follow their social media. It's so beautiful. I mean, even if we cannot go out here in the Philippines, I would even just travel through the pictures, and I'm just already excited to bring my family there. So I hope that you guys can visit and even just support, so that once we're opened up here in the Philippines, you guys can be part of the Forest School PH. Thank you, Yerna, for introducing me to Shawi. She
Yeah.
truly is inspiring.
Yeah.
I find all coaches, anyone that deals with children, I mean, including us, it's a big role to have because we are empowering the future leaders,
Mm-hmm.
and to have them go back to the simple things in life, like us, like I was just sharing earlier. We grew up in playgrounds, we grew up getting dirty and playing with
Yeah.
dirt. We didn't have no gadgets at all. So I'm really looking forward to visiting the
Yes,
forest school
please
of
visit for
Shawi.
me as well. Visit
I will.
on
I
behalf
will.
of Sydney and
I have to
Santiago.
message her now. I have to message her offline to really get the
Yes,
schedule
yes,
because
yes.
we need it. So guys, this is really the time to get in touch with nature,
Yeah.
be grounded. It's simple as just not wearing shoes, and like we were talking to one of our participants in the well-being boost. Just
Yeah,
if you can, if you have
exactly.
grass
If you have
outside
glass,
your home, because I
enjoy
know there's
it.
a lot of people that live in condo living.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if you can somehow, some way, get in touch with
yeah.
nature,
And I
because
think,
it builds mental health. It really
yeah,
increases the happy
and
moments for
I
us.
think one of the other things as well, Mafe, like Shawi was saying, some people feel a bit icky about certain things, right? And I think,
Mm.
just a reminder to everybody, that ickiness, this is nature. This is
Yes.
our world, right? And if you have an inch of ickiness because it might potentially be dirty, let that be a reminder to you. Like, no, let that be a reminder to you to respect the nature. So don't pollute. If you drop rubbish, pick it up. Respect our environment. And I think this is a great reminder for everybody, because we only have one world. Like we can't just pick up ourselves and move to a different planet. This is planet Earth is all we've got. And so we really need to respect the earth, the nature, grass, the trees, everything. We need to really protect it, because it's the one who's giving us, oxygen, giving us, that natural feeling of just that growth. And so, please respect also, guys. Philippines is a beautiful country, and even Australia as well. Let's make sure wherever you're watching from, really respect our earth and keep it clean, because it's the only one we have, like our body.
Exactly.
We've got to take care
exactly.
of it.
And just to translate, guys, rubbish is basura. It is trash. It is, anything that you put in the trash can or garbage container, just to put it out there. Of course, we're Aussies here, so everyone in Kumu, just in case you were alerted, what is rubbish?
Rubbish is trash or basura. Correct. Oh my God, I'm going to translate. Oh my gosh.
Anywho, love you, Yana. This was amazing. We did Ren, so we're going to do something new today. When we end, we're going to say I love you in sign language, because I learned that today. How? And we're going to give a round of applause. And this is I love you in sign language. So we're not doing this here now, because that's the Korean version. But this is really I love you. Oh, okay, so before we go and before we say I love you to everyone, we'll see you guys in the next episode. And thank you to Shawi again and Forest School PH, guys. So, Yona, I'll see you in the next episode of
Moms
Knows Best. See you guys.
Bye.